The number one reason why you're not too old to start a business, it's because the success statistics don't lie. Women over 50 are more likely to thrive and be successful in their businesses as those in their 20s. And the highest growth startups, most were founded by people in their 40s and 50s. Why? Because real success, especially in midlife, isn't just about the hustle or speed. It's about insight, resilience, and decision making. It's about perspective, wisdom, and knowing how to handle that curveball because you've already seen one or two or five. That's not a weakness. That's your superpower. So, reason number two that it's okay to start a business in midlife, you're not starting from scratch. You're building with years of leadership, problem solving, negotiation, and influence at work, at home. You've dealt with drama, crises, difficult clients, boardrooms, budget shortfalls, and survive. You know how to lead. You know how to do it. That 25-year-old with the startup idea, she's got enthusiasm, but she's still trying to figure out what you already know, how to lead through uncertainty, how to listen more than you talk, how to manage people, priorities, and pressure all at the same time, how to trust your gut after years of getting it right and sometimes wrong, but that's all right because those are the lessons that don't come from a textbook. They come from you. One of my clients said to me, I feel like I'm starting over here in midlife. And I said, no, you're just finally starting for yourself. So if that resonates, let me know in the comments. Have you ever said to yourself, I feel like I'm too late, even though you know you've done incredible, awesome things? So if you're wrestling with this and wondering, but how does all of this apply to me? That's why I put together this midlife clarity hour, and it's private. It's a one-to-one session coaching with me where we dig into your exact situation, what you want, what's holding you back. We can talk about whether entrepreneurship is actually the right path for you. So if you're interested in that, the links below or QR code if you want to explore that with me. The number three reason why it's not too late to start a business in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, what looks like rejection is actually your liberation. Now, many women don't choose entrepreneurship, they're pushed into it by ageism, layoffs, being passed over, or being told they don't fit the culture. But here's the reframe. Okay. When they said you're not the right fit, what they really meant and didn't know is you're too powerful for the box they wanted to keep you in. Yes. Entrepreneurship is your permission slip to create your life on your own terms, to profit from your own wisdom, to build something that aligns with your purpose. Now, I want to say something, clearly. I'm not here to convince anyone that starting a business is the only way forward. Midlife ain't about pressure, it's about possibility. And entrepreneurship is just one powerful path among many. But the fact that women over 50 are leading the trend, finding financial freedom, that tells me we're doing more than just starting businesses. We're leading a movement in midlife. We're choosing the path that brings joy, happiness, fulfillment. Because when you turn that 50 after living half a century, okay, you find yourself oftentimes at a crossroad. You know, do you go the way, or are you heading in the way that society tells you is a decline because you've hit 50 and everything else is downhill from there? Or do you choose the pathway that says, wait a minute now, I just hit my stride. I know everything there is to know. I've been through all of the challenges. I've got more time to live my life because, once you hit your 50s these days, you got another 20, 30, 40 years probably to go. And so you're at this crossroads. And what do you choose? So, my mission is about mobilizing a movement of midlife women who are saying, I choose this. This isn't the end of my story, it's the start of my legacy. More impact, more money, more joy. So if you're ready to take that first step, I don't want you to leave empty handed now. You remember the strategic action plan I told you about? I want you to download it. It's free. And the links below, or you can book your midlife clarity hour with me if you want a guided, personalized, here's where you want to go, here's where you can go next. You've spent decades proving yourself. It's now time to build something that proves and that shows what you're really made of. You're not starting over, you're leveling up. You're not too late. You're right on time.